Greetings, my fellow gamers! It is I, Wraith King, and welcome back to another Spacelords video. There's a lot we gotta go over, so I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. This update is probably one of my favorites so far. We're gonna talk about the blueprints in a minute, but I want to talk about probably one of my favorite parts about this update, and that is the talents. For so long, I've been trying to get particular talents on my character, and constantly re-rolling them like that is just a little bit of a pain. So I'm glad they changed that. I really am glad. As you guys know, I don't like RNG. I hate it. I really don't like it. But this game, every new update, it just does what I want it to. So thank you, devs, so much. Really, you guys know what we like. You really do. So what this update is say there's a talent you want to build, like this one right here. There are certain talents that are used to craft even better talents, and I really like that. But if you craft the other talent using that previous talent that you had, it will be destroyed. So you can build towards a specific talent set. I really like that. Another part about this update is the blueprint system. Now, the rare blueprint thing was always a little bit of a problem for me because I was always waiting for a rare blueprint to appear. But now, instead of having to grind for a rare blueprint to craft your rare weapon, they require certain parts to actually craft. But what makes this really interesting is you can still grind for the blueprints. You can still do that. But what makes the blueprints special is you can craft a weapon without looking for the items necessary to actually craft it. You know, like all the parts. And as you can see right here, this mission is going to reward me certain parts instead of a blueprint. It does take a while to craft it with the parts, but be that as it may, you don't have to wait a full week just to find a rare blueprint. But that's not the only thing I like about this update. As you guys know, I really like the occult. That's why my persona is the Wraith King. And this update has a gigantic ghost ship in the sky. That makes me very happy. And they reward you weapon skins that are like these phantom weapons, and they look really awesome. So if you guys want to earn those weapon skins, jump on the game right now. All you gotta do is just play the game, get as high a score as you can, and by the end of the season, you are rewarded with a whole bunch of cool stuff. You'll get gold, you'll get the weapon skins, as I said, and you'll get blueprints, which is crazy. Because as I said before, those allow you to craft weapons almost instantly, so you definitely want to get those, and of course the weapon skins. That's what I'm credited for. I gotta get those ghost weapon skins, my fellow gamers. And it looks like we're fighting an antagonist who's very strong, so yeah, I'm probably gonna do bad, but you know what? I always fight an antagonist after I've been away for a while. Why? Why do I always fight an antagonist after I've been off the game for a good while? I'm rusty. I'm probably gonna do bad. But you know what, my fellow gamers? We're not gonna lose hope. I hope we're gonna do well this game because, you know what, I don't care. If we lose, so what? So what if we lose? We're gonna have some fun today. I actually did grind out the last few seasons ago for this weapon skin, as you can see right here. I forgot the name of it though. Cosmic Augment, that's what it's called. I got one for Soma too, and I believe I got one for Dr. Kuzuman. But yeah, this is a really cool skin. I want to get the ghost ones too. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't keep this antagonist at bay over here because she cannot get too close. Uh-oh! Oh dear! Here we go! We're gonna lose! You know what? No, Wraith King. Have faith in your team. Have faith in yourself. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win. I believe in my team. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. And this is a powerful gun too. It overheats fast, but it's really cool. And you know what? I forgot to tell you guys about another thing concerning the update. They don't have the ammo system anymore. You know how you used to run out of ammo really fast in your guns? You had to go kill a guy just to get the ammo off of them. And it was kind of tedious, but now, no, you just got infinite ammo. You don't need to worry about that anymore. So it's kind of just like an arcade game, really. So I really like that because really kind of makes the whole thing fair, honestly. Because you ran out of ammo really fast, especially as characters like Constantine. And yeah, I better be careful right here, better pay attention. Because Shay might be popping out. There she is right there. Oh dear, somebody else died. I'm scared. But anyways, as I was saying, oh yeah, the ammo update. It was a really big problem, especially for me, because I just blast my weapon, my fellow gamers. I just fire it like crazy. And I find myself just making sure I clear the field, because they get pretty crazy if you don't clean them up. So that's why I like to just spray my weapon as often as I can on all these bad guys so they don't pile up on us, especially the war dogs. Those guys can get pretty crazy if you don't handle them. So running out of ammo was a problem. It definitely was. But now that it's practically infinite, especially for Constantine, he doesn't even have to reload concerning the infinite ammo thing, because you do have to reload for other characters. There's some characters that do have a clip, but you don't have to go find ammo, you just have to reload once your clip is empty. But Constantine, he doesn't have to do that. He just has infinite ammo in his weapon, and he can keep firing constantly. However, it does take time to wind up being a Gatling gun, and it does overheat if you fire it for too long. What I like to do is I just like to nudge the trigger just a little bit so I can keep it spinning, so when I start firing, he's just going to start shooting instantly, like this. So I don't have to wait for that wind up. Now this weapon, it winds up pretty fast, so I don't really have to worry about waiting for it to wind up. It does wind up pretty fast, but there is still a little bit of a wait, just a split second before it starts shooting. So I still like to nudge at the trigger just a little bit while I'm out of combat so I can keep it winding up. Now there is a catch to holding onto the trigger like I do, just nudging it every once in a while, is it increases my stress. As you guys can see that yellow meter right there, the reason that meter is constantly going up, going down, going up and going down is because I'm nudging at the trigger the way I am. But if your stress meter is full, you won't recover if you're damaged. So it's a good idea to not always nudge the trigger, because I have made the mistake of constantly nudging it when I'm damaged and I'm behind cover and somebody sneaks around the corner and then shoots my brains out. So it's a good idea to manage your stress and just be aware of your surroundings. Don't always nudge the trigger, especially when you're way out of combat and there's barely anyone around. Don't just nudge the trigger like that. Nudge it, okay, you ain't touching me, buddy. Not in my house. I saw that. Trying to sneak up behind me like that. But as you can tell, I really like Constantine. I love this guy. I love this guy. His ability seems to be pretty simple at first, but after you start to understand why it's really powerful, you'll start to use him a lot too. And not only is his ability really good, he's just a great character. His weapons are great. They're fun. I actually just recently crafted another one of his rare weapons because I had a blueprint for it. Oh, and that's another awesome thing about this update. If you have a blueprint for a weapon, it doesn't cost any gold. You can just craft that bad boy right then and there. So yeah, blueprints are awesome now. No, not Brack. Oh, honey, you gonna get it. I'm sorry, baby, but you gotta go down after that. That's just unacceptable. You don't kill my buddy in front of me like that. But yeah, blueprints are epic now. Just free weapons. Guys, you gotta play with me at some time. You got to, because this season gives you a whole bunch of free weapon blueprints, rare ones at that, and it gives you some common ones too, and some of those awesome, really cool ghostly skins that they got. I gotta get one of those. I just have to. They look too cool, and I think they give you like a melee weapon too, and that's supposed to be really awesome. So yeah, I gotta get that. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff available in this season, and gold too, and look at that. My weapon almost overheated because I was distracted. That's not good if it overheats because I can't fire for a moment. And if you can't fire for a moment, my fellow gamers, that is not bueno. Not at all. I mean, it's brief, but a brief moment is not good in this game. You gotta keep your guard up at all times. And hey! I guess Brack is laying it down over there. I guess I don't really need to help him out too much anymore. That's good. Alright, this guy is just about dead. Only got 2 more health bars left on his boss, and we got him. Well, that's not good. That's not good. You gotta press those levers before that timer reaches 0. If it reaches 0, we lose, and the antagonist wins. That is, oh no, I saw that. Honey. Honey, nice try. Nice try on that. You ain't gonna trick me that easy. See, this is why I like Constantine. He can counter stuff like that. He has big guns, a powerful ultimate, greatest character in the game. Well, he's not the best. I really like Soma. I really like her. She's great. But Constantine, I just like this guy. I really do. Oh, and Hive too. I like Hive. I have a thing for Hive. She's great. Oh no, I see you over there, Antag. And one thing about Shay is she has a very high caliber weapon. And at a distance, she can be very deadly. Up close, she can be pretty deadly too because her ultimate allows her to go invisible. But if she's too close, you will end up seeing her. And it's pretty obvious when she is going invisible because the game does warn you when she goes invisible. But regardless of that, it's still really easy to catch people off guard with Shay because you don't know where she's coming from. Even if the game warns you, you just don't know where she's coming from. So it's a good idea to keep your guard up and keep your eyes and ears open because you don't know where she's going to be, my fellow gamers. But as for an antagonist, Shay is probably one of the best next to Hive. Hive is a fantastic antagonist. I believe I told you guys about this in my last video. But Shay has a really high caliber weapon, and it's really, really strong too at a distance. You can one-shot people with that weapon if you know how to use it. But yeah, Shay is awesome, Constantine is awesome, everybody in this game is awesome, really, if you ask me. But yeah, how you guys doing? How's your day? How's your day? Is everybody doing well? I've been doing all right. I mean, I'm just sitting in the closet, staring at my camera and talking to myself. Alone. There's nobody around. But yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely splendid today. It is a fine morning, my fellow gamers. And I hope I saw you again, buddy. Oh no, you're probably gonna get me now. Probably anyway. Oh dear. Oh dear. I gotcha. I gotcha. Almost had me there. Oh, your friend almost got me. Oh boy, that was close. That was way too close. I probably should have shot that that robot first and then went after Shay. But Shay was really dangerous. I'm kind of glad I got her first. Because if I did not handle her the way I did... Because if I went after the robot first, Shay probably would have gunned me down. But alright, let's see how we did. Yeah, Brack was awesome. He got a ton of kills that game. I know he did. Brack is always a really good character to play. Now, the weapon you get with him initially, it's alright. It's an okay weapon. But if you use it right, I actually recommend looking at other players and see how they use it, because my first time using it, I didn't do all that good with it. I just didn't do very good with it at all, because I just did not understand how it really worked. But after a while, I started to get a hang of it, and I started to really use it, and it's actually a pretty decent crowd control weapon. So it's a good idea to figure out how to use that weapon before you really use Brack, because that's the weapon you're going to have first things first. Now with the new item system, the way the weapons work, where you get the parts for it and all that kind of stuff by playing their missions, you might be able to craft one of his assault rifle weapons, which is probably the better choices for Brack, but that is still a really strong weapon regardless, the weapon he starts out with. Another cool thing about these blueprints, the new blueprint system, I keep forgetting so much, I'm sorry, is you can actually, say there's a weapon you just don't use, you can actually destroy that, and you can get parts off of that weapon. So that's really cool. I'm glad they have that too in here. But as you guys and gals can see, I have 6 parts. And that means I have I'd say almost half the amount I need to craft Hive's shotgun weapon. That weapon's really cool. I really want that. I talked to you guys about it in the last video. I never did find a blueprint for it, so I couldn't craft it right away, which sucked. Wanted to craft it so bad, but yeah, I'm almost there. I only need a few more items, and then I can craft this immediately. Well, not immediately. I do not have a blueprint. I'm going to have to wait a little while for it to craft, but I'm almost there, and that is a good thing. Very good thing. All right, who are we going to use today? I was going to use Brack, but I guess I'm not going to use him today. I guess I'll just use Dalaran then. Maybe I'll use... I guess I can't use her. I guess I have to use Dalaran then. But you know what? I crafted this submachine gun type of weapon for Dalaran, and I really like it. It's a really cool weapon. Now, I like Dalaran's other weapons. I really do. But I suck at aiming. Like, you guys know, I shoot like a stormtrooper. I'm horrible with aiming. So, whenever I use an assault rifle weapon, it's easy to aim. It's really easy to use because there's a lot of bullets. And one of those bullets is bound to hit an enemy. With my accuracy, that's equivalent to one of those Skydancer guys holding a submachine gun and trying to hit a fruit fly. It's a good idea that I have a weapon that's rapid fire. So eventually, I might hit the target I'm trying to aim at. So yeah, that's what makes this gun really good for me. But speaking of bad aim, there was this time when I was a kid. Now this was hilarious. I just love this moment of my life. We were all at a shooting range, and we all had bow and arrows. And my teacher was, he was watching me shoot the bow and arrow. And I aimed towards the target, because we all made our own targets. I made like this weird-looking clown guy, but I was completely off at everything. My stance was wrong, my aim was wrong, everything was terrible. But somehow, I hit the target spot on. I hit it spot on, and my gym teacher was giggling quite a bit. But he said, you know what? You hit the target, so I'll give you a passing grade. He gave me a D. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I hit the target. I wish he could have gave me at least like a C. You know what? He might have. I can't remember. It might have been like a B or a C he gave me because I hit the target. I did hit the target. But yeah, that was hilarious. Everyone else, think about shooting a bow and arrow is it has a certain techniques to it. A lot of people shoot it differently, but there is a specific way you should shoot it if you want it to be really accurate. And I was way off at that. My stance was really wrong. I should have been standing a lot differently. I should have kept the bow a little closer to myself. It was far away from my chest, and the way I was pulling back the string, it was really, really ugly. So my stance was wrong. But the funny thing about bow and arrows is everyone has like a specific way they shoot it. At least that I've noticed anyway. And I guess it was just a comfortable way for me to shoot it like that. Even though I felt like my stance definitely needed to be better because I hit the target, I did, but it just didn't feel very comfortable to me. The stance just did not feel comfortable. But I still hit the target though, and I will continue to brag about that. But you know what, devs? I have an idea. What if you had a character with a bow and arrow on this game? Talking about bow and arrows and everything, what if there was a character like that had a bow? And it was some type of spirit bow or something, like kind of like Nightwolf. Yeah, that would be sick! Yeah! Devs, definitely do that. That would be really cool. But what kind of character would they be, and what would be their ability? The character would definitely be one of the locals, because it's been a while since we've seen another one of them. For those of you who don't know what the locals are, they're aliens! Like Dalaran here, he's a local. I noticed that the locals seem to be a very spiritual species. Like Dalaran, for example, he can go on some type of spiritual plane and turn into a spirit and separate himself from his body and float around on the battlefield like that, and he can appear with his body into any place he wants, as long as it's by an enemy. Shay, she can go invisible for a moment,
And another one of these characters, I forgot her name though, she's one of my favorite characters. But anyway, she has the ability to take control of enemies' minds. So the locals have a lot of spiritual and telekinetic-like powers. So one of this archer character could teleport. Like, you press the ability button, and they teleport to a certain area. But of course, every character has a catch to their abilities to how you're actually supposed to use them. There's ups and there's downs to them. So what if it just took a minute for the teleport to actually charge up, and you actually teleport? It's not an instant thing, it just goes, it winds up, and then you teleport. And some of the weapons could interact with their ability. Like, one of the bows could cause the teleportation to deal damage. So if you teleport by somebody, it actually explodes and does a little bit of damage. And there could be another item that causes the teleport that deals splash damage when you activate it, and another area of splash damage from wherever you appear, and that damage slows down enemies. Kind of like an ice weapon in a way. And there could be another weapon that causes fire damage when you teleport. I know it sounds like I'm talking Zelda with fire and ice bows and all that kind of stuff, but if you think about it, the locals, they're kind of like that. They're a little like elves in a way. Their abilities are very magical, and having a character with a bow would be very suitable for their class. So devs, definitely think about that. That's a cool idea. But you know what? I'm distracted again, my fellow gamers. I need to be focusing on the game here. Alright, I'm gonna go back and take down another one of those guys. It looks like we're not even halfway. Oh no, it looks like my buddy's got it. Or maybe he doesn't. There's a lot of guys over here. I should probably run. No. Oh dear. Well, looks like Alicia's got him. You know, if we had an antagonist here, I would probably be getting my butt absolutely handed to me, because I am not paying attention at all here. Barely, anyway. Barely. Oh, better not let that guy touch that. Yeah, okay, we good. No, it exploded. That's no good. That's all right. You know what? I almost knocked the lights out of my buddy there. That's not good. Even though I told myself to pay attention, I'm still not paying attention, my fellow gamers. That is my 5-star attention span for you. Brilliant. And you know, I'm going to go ahead and go ghost right now and see if I can't find some more Aleph so I can add it to this monolith here. Anybody? Yeah, there he goes. There goes a guy. Nice. Collect that. I've been meaning to talk about the way Aleph is collected. It's way better than what it used to be. I mean, killing those big guys to get the Aleph, it was okay, but it took quite a bit. It really did. And when you can just run around the map and collect Aleph, it really does add a little more challenge to the game, if you ask me. Because just finding those big guys, because those guys spawn all the time, and they were the ones that dropped Aleph. If every time you beat up one of those guys, they gave you some Aleph. And the same goes for the antagonists. If you fought the antagonists and you beat them, they gave you Aleph. And let's say you are playing as an antagonist, you can get Aleph from the raiders. But I'm really glad it's not like that anymore. You have to find it around the map. It makes, I don't know, it just makes it seem a little more interesting and a little more challenging to me. Okay, the Aleph exploded. That's another thing I really like, is you can blow up the Aleph now. And that's an old update where they actually added that. It was a few updates ago. But I never really had a chance to talk about it. I really do like that update. Because now you have to wait for Aleph to spawn, or you have to go find the guys that are carrying Aleph on them. Like for example, this map right here. It has like these guys that are carrying a whole bunch of Aleph in them, and you have to actually collect them. Oh no, that's about to go away. No! Ah! And the Aleph has a time limit of how long it'll actually stay up. Luckily, another guy popped up right over here with a bunch of Aleph on him. Come here! Come here, boil man! Gotcha!
But yeah, I really like the new mechanics with the Aleph. It's really cool. Talking about how I like difficulty in a game. I'm terrible at video games, but you know what? Being bad at video games, it's kind of fun. At times. Really, it is. Especially when a game's really challenging like Dark Souls, it's just really fun to suck. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you know what I mean, just just give me a shout out in the comments if you know what I mean. But I am serious. It's just fun when it's more difficult. Not a difficulty to where it's irritating, because there's some games that are just hard and bad because of that difficulty. No, not that kind of hard. It's just challenging in a fun way. It's like going on a roller coaster and screaming your head off and coming off like, yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna do that again. That kind of fun. Talking about roller coasters, it has been years since I've actually ridden one. Like, the last time I rid one, I think I was around 5, around there, and I did not like it because I was so freaking tiny. I don't think I was 5. I think it was like 10, maybe 15. No, I was younger than 15 because, yeah, I was way younger than that. So I had to be around 10, maybe 12-ish. But yeah, I was riding in it, and I just couldn't stand it. I didn't like it. But nowadays, thinking back, I think I would enjoy that a lot more now. So if I ever have the time to go all the way to Cedar Point and ride a roller coaster, I might do it. That's if I ever have the time. That's probably not gonna happen, but hopefully it does. One day. But those were the days, though, back when I was like 12. Well, sort of, anyway. I was pretty tiny when I was 12. A lot of people were bigger than me. It was pretty ridiculous. I didn't really start growing after, at least I say, 16, maybe 17, around there is when I really started growing. And then I started getting a little taller than everyone else. But then, boy, was I pushed around. A lot of people really enjoyed picking on little, tiny old Wraith King. But you know what? I still enjoyed the time when I was a kid because my family members, they just loved me to death. I really did enjoy the time I spent with some of my cousins back then. I wish I could see them again now. But yeah, my cousins really enjoyed my company. They really liked me around. No matter how weird I was, they really liked me. And I actually used to visit my grandma all the time. It was great. My grandma and grandfather, they were just great over there. Every time we would go over there, it was just the greatest time ever. My grandma would make some great cookies. Like, I know that's kind of like the thing for your grandma, just to make like these killer cookies, and you always go over to her house, she just bakes them and they're just delicious. But it wasn't just the cookies. She would make some really good chicken. I'm telling you, my grandma can make some killer chicken, my fellow gamers. And I'm not even a chicken guy. I actually freaking hate chicken. But my grandma knew how to cook it, I'm telling you. And my mom too, she can make some really good chicken. But now that I'm an old man, I barely ever get to go over there anymore. It kind of sucks, but sometime I would like to go over there and visit Grandma's house and say hi to all my aunts. And that would be really nice. And you know what? I'm distracted. Better kill the... Ah! Don't kill me! We're losing here. We gotta take down this eyeball. Oh boy. Okay, Dalrin, you can do this. I'm actually doing okay with Dalrin this time around. Right when I said that, somebody died. But yeah, those were good times, my fellow gamers. Really good times. And you know what? Speaking of fantastic things, the developers actually watch these videos. This is the Spacelords devs. They take a look at them. And I am flattered. I'm really flattered. I share it with them. And they seem to really like it. And that warms my heart. It really does. I really appreciate the Spacelords devs taking the time to look at my videos like that. It really does. Ah! Ow, eyeball! Get out the way, Dalrin. Run! Oh boy. But yeah, it really does warm my heart to know that the devs like my videos at all, because it's a rare occasion when game developers actually... Ow, okay! You know what? Yeah, I'm dead here. But yeah, devs, if you're watching, thank you for watching my videos. It really does mean a lot that my video is entertaining to you at all. I work really hard on these, and all I really want is just for people to enjoy them and to know that you, as the game developers, really enjoy my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I want you guys to know that from the bottom of my heart. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. You are some really just fantastic devs. You communicate with your community, and you even communicate with me. I'm like at the bottom of the community. Like, no one pays attention to Wraith King, but somehow you guys do it, and that does mean a lot to me. Ow, that hurt. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. It really does mean a lot. But my fellow gamers, I've been needing to tell you guys that I actually made a poll a little while ago on what exactly you guys want me to do on the channel. Do you want me to upload more random games? There's random games meaning just anything. Not Spacelords and Warframe, because I play these regularly on the channel. This does not count as This does not count as a random game. I'm talking about like just reviewing random stuff, playing random stuff. Would you guys like me to come back to 7 Nights? Or just do anything really on the channel? What do you guys want me to do? I'm gonna keep uploading the bonus videos because I like doing those. Those are fun. Making something random is a lot of fun. It really is. But if you guys want to see more 7 Nights again, just let me know, because I can jump back on that. A little while ago, it just bored me and I didn't really feel like playing it anymore. So I kind of just took a break. Not even a break, I kind of just stopped and waited for 7 Nights 2. And speaking of which, it's supposed to be coming out sometime this or the next month. One or the other. I am about to die here. Ow. Ow. Man, we better not lose this. But yeah, I left a poll in the community section on my channel. Go check it out. Make your vote on what you guys would like me to do. And I actually was still thinking about that Akame ga Kill review. I don't know. We'll see about that. It's an older anime. I mean, it's not that old. It's like, how many years? Like 6, 7 years old? Around there, might be a little more than that. But yeah, I was thinking about it. But my opinion on that is very unpopular. Well, you know what? Not really. A lot of people didn't like that anime. But, I don't know. I guess the reason for it is kind of weird because, to be honest with you guys, I really enjoy dark animes. Like, one of the best examples, of course, is Attack on Titan. Then there's Death Note. And what else was there? Tip of my tongue. Dead Man Wonderland. I wish that could have continued, though. The ending on that was weird. And Parasite the Maximum, all those violent, crazy animes, I really like those. But Akame ga Kill. Let me just make a quick review, because I'm actually almost out of time here, so I might as well just tell you guys my thoughts on it real quick. I feel like they killed characters for almost no reason. Like, just because. Let's kill characters. And I'm not even concerned about spoilers, because as I said, I don't like the anime. I don't really recommend it. Because, first of all, there was no real villain in there. There was nothing to be upset about. And see, here's the funny thing. There wasn't exactly a clear villain in Death Note either. And from what I know, I haven't watched the newest season of Attack on Titan yet. The first 2 new seasons, actually, I didn't have a chance to watch. But the villain on Attack on Titan, although it's a creature, it's not really humans. There is a, I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who have not watched it or read the manga, but there is a threat that is somewhat human. But it's a threat, and it's a villain that's bad. In Akame ga Kill, there wasn't really a villain. I mean, you can argue that it was that fat king-looking guy or that kid that he was corrupting, but not really. Neither of them barely did anything. At the beginning of the show, it kind of pushed that the king was kind of evil, but after that, he wasn't really doing much. He was kind of just in the background eating chicken. And then these assassins that are actually kind of good guys, except as Death, he's kind of a bad guy, sort of. And then they send those good guys after other good guys, and then they start killing each other. And then they all die. So, good guys killing good guys. No, that doesn't make much sense to me at all. Because, again, like these good guys that apparently this king guy hired, they know that what they're doing is wrong. Like, it's clear to them. They're like, yeah, I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this for my family. No, you're not. You're doing it because plot. I mean, if, let's say I was a bounty hunter, right? There is no reason for me to listen to a bad client. If I know that the client is bad, and I don't like listening to that client, and I know that they have bad intent behind them, like me as a good guy, like there are some bad assassins out there that don't give a flying fig, but these assassins were clearly good guys. They knew that this guy was bad. But for some reason, they're like, okay, let's kill these other good guys. Let's just kill them. Why not? Let's all kill each other for no reason. So, and I mean, there are some other characters in there that were kind of evil. Like there was this crazy lady with this dog. She was kind of obsessed with justice, and that kind of made her really, really crazy. But at the end of the day, she wasn't entirely evil. But yeah, you see why I don't like the show, because it's just killing each other, dark doom and gloom, for the sake of doom and gloom. That's what it seems like to me. And as a dark writer, I'm a horror artist and I'm a horror writer. I write some pretty dark stories. But there has to be a reason behind someone dying. There has to be something that grips me and says, this is deep, this is serious. But I barely felt anything. Like when the first person died on that show, I'm like, oh man, that's pretty messed up. When then the second person died, I'm like, why though? And then it just kept going and going, and then I'm like, this is stupid, stop! And see, I used to be an emo kid. Like, I'm serious, I was really dark when I was younger, and that's back when I actually watched this show. It was terrible to me. Like, people died because emo. That's what it felt like. But you know what, my fellow gamers, that's my opinion on that show. I might make a detailed review later. It's probably going to get 100 downvotes, but I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel about that. I might make it. But anyways, that's all the time I have left for this video, my fellow gamers. Take it easy for me. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, please do have a blessed day. Bye.